Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and I was planning on using this situation to have a larger discussion about how and why Epic Games, as terrible as they are, will end up winning their self-declared war against Steam, but I think I'll save that for another video, because there's just so much to go over here involving the developer of this game being an outright prick that I didn't want to intrude on pointing out the dickishness and laying it bare for all to see. Of course, many of you are already well aware of this situation as I've been getting tweeted about this topic non-stop since their announcements first came out, but due to a 40-plus hour workday coupled with live streams, I simply haven't had a chance to sit down and record anything. Since then, the number of people pinging me has reached truly ludicrous levels about this and other topics. Now, granted, I definitely do not mind in the least people reaching out. It tells me this is something you're interested in, and more importantly, this is something that you're interested in seeing me discuss in particular, so by all means, keep doing what you've been doing. But I would ask people to remember that the way Twitter itself is designed is absolutely terrible. But I keep my DMs open on Twitter and on Discord. I have the suggestions channel on my Discord server, and I also have a submissions@sidalpha.com email address where you can send me information that will hopefully contain some links that, while I might not always respond, I do at least see. Whereas on Twitter, the chances of it disappearing reach close to 100% if it's longer than 30 seconds. So if you have a suggestion, please reach out to me through one of those methods. That said, yes, I am late to this particular party, as I usually am due to daily obligations, and I make no apologies for that, but let's go ahead and get started, and as always, links to any publicly available information will be down in the description below. The video game on your screen is called OOBLETS. The footage in particular was showcased at E3 2017, and it's garnered a decent following of people that have eagerly awaited its release. And just a couple of days ago, the OOBLETS developers announced that they would be going Epic exclusive. Now, video games going Epic exclusive is certainly nothing new, and it would seem that Epic Games is looking to outdate the outrage by virtue of simple burnout due to the severe volume of games that they're paying to be an Epic exclusive. However, the OOBLETS developers didn't merely announce that they were going to be an Epic exclusive, they decided to take it not 1, but 10 steps further and announce the exclusivity deal in the most insulting and arrogantly condescending manner humanly possible. So arrogant and condescending to the point where it makes me seem positively humble by comparison. Now, in their announcement titled, "We Did the Thing," they directly mocked the idea of anyone disliking the Epic Games Store for any reason. In their post, they started off with, "Everyone kept talking about this Epic thing, so we thought we'd see what it's all about. Here's what these Epic folks are doing. First, they teach every kid in the world these obnoxious dances, and now they're offering funding to game developers in exchange for PC exclusivity on their game store. This is exactly what Marx warned us about. Just imagine if other companies got it in their head to offer funding in exchange for exclusives. What'd be next? Game consoles paying for games to be exclusives on their consoles, Netflix paying for exclusive shows, newspapers paying for exclusive articles. It'd be some sort of late capitalist dystopia." And they continued their condescending, stating, "Epic paying for PC exclusives has become the latest thing gamers, trademark, have gotten angry about, which I'll talk more about a bit further down. And you'll have to install Epic Games Store if you want to buy OOBLETS on PC. I know that's asking a lot, but I believe in you and your ability to download a free thing and create a user account if you haven't already done so to play Fortnite, which I know you have." I think later on in their posting, they continued with the most asinine argument possible, outright stating that because there are worse things in the world to get angry about, such as climate change and human rights abuses, people should get upset about those things instead of getting mad at their actions because this was, quote, low-stakes video game stuff. The pure disdain for gamers did not end there, as several people have posted snips of the developer continuing to respond in a deplorable manner, such as this one where the Discord user Zinc states, "Look at how the devs are responding. They clearly couldn't care less if you buy their game or support them now that they have their Epic cash." To which the developer responds with, "Man, I wish we didn't take an Epic deal so we would have to care what all the entitled toxic gamers think." Or this one, calling anyone expressing displeasure at the categorical disrespect and disdain the developers have shown here as toxic entitled gamers. There was this response to Deadly Penguin, basically telling them to get wrecked. Then there was this one where they referred to them as baby gamers, or this person explaining their situation and also explaining how they've already backed the developers on Patreon for what appears to be a minimum of $30 US, stating that if they continue, they would not be able to buy the game on the Epic Games Store due to its exceptionally unfinished state, and outright asking if Patreon supporters will still need to buy the game at launch, to which the developer completely dismisses them out of hand, claiming that a person that has supported them on Patreon has no right to demand the game. Yes, the developers do have a Patreon that, while the dollar amount is obfuscated, does have 1,098 patrons currently supporting it. So that is the current information we have, and I think from that, it's plainly evident why these shitheels have landed themselves onto the dirty devs list. It's rare these days that we see developers act in such a manner as this. The complete and utter condescension and zero fucks given for anything anyone has to say is truly impressive in its magnitude. These developers have been, and still are, happily collecting Patreon money from over 1,000 people whilst not only giving them the middle finger, but laughing about it the whole goddamn time. And the reason is quite simple. They explain it in their announcement. Epic Games gave them a fat payday up front and have also, as part of the contract, given them guaranteed sales amount that was equal to what they were hoping to get before. This means that they can happily give zero fucks what anyone has to say because they're making more money than they would have made before, even if they sell 0 copies of the game. And this is the result. Never mind that the storefront is unfinished, never mind the security concerns, never mind the lack of features, never mind the privacy violations Epic Games has already committed, not to mention that PC gamers have been farm-raised and corn-fed on the concept of customer choice that Epic Games has been severely curtailing to force people onto an inferior storefront in literally every conceivable way, except for basic curation to Steam. Who gives a damn? You see, this is at the core of it as well. These developers simply do not care. And that complete and utter lack of caring is due to the very simple fact that they know that no matter what they do, no matter what they say, they will get the same, if not more, money than they would have otherwise gotten. What do you think that will do to the game itself? When the developers have already expressed a complete lack of fucks to give, does anyone honestly think they'll actually be motivated to even bother turning out a quality game? Hardly. No, the desire to cut corners will go strong because their income is already completely solidified and nothing anyone says or does will change that, so they're free to be as disgusting in their behavior as they want, able to churn out a substandard product without fear of repercussion. See, that's the thing. Gamers want a quality game. They're spending their hard-earned money on a product, and in return they expect a form of entertainment that is actually worthwhile, which does not only mean entertaining, but reasonably free of bugs as well. And they want it on a storefront that doesn't scare the hell out of them. But according to the developers, that makes gamers entitled. That makes them toxic. Of course, those that accuse their own customers of such are usually far worse themselves than what they accuse others of, and that is what we're seeing here. So that's OOBLETS by Glumberland, who think that gamers are toxic babies. I hope their Epic Games paycheck keeps them warm at night. It only costs them any shred of respect any sane human being could ever provide them. I wouldn't even take the goddamn game for free after seeing their actions here these past 48 hours. Absolutely deplorable. So, welcome to the Dirty Devs, guys. Enjoy your stay in the sewers. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you next time.